What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another Dragon Blaze video. And this one's a beginner's guide, but this can be used for returning players, veterans, or anything of that nature. But this is a beginner's guide video. And today we're going to be talking about, I believe it's the Odyssey Laboratory, I believe that's what that is. Something I haven't even covered in a while, or at all actually. And it's something that's actually very useful to know about. So we're gonna cover that. This is just like my rewards and stuff like that from the shop and stuff like that. Which I highly recommend you going to the special shop okay, we'll get that later. But yes, make sure you're being active. Make sure you're going to your events. Make sure you're doing the shop, because it's very important that you stay active and get your rewards and don't miss out. Make sure you're mining, because the new hero is in there. She will get you a lot of experience as well, and good resources. But here is where we're at. Odyssey Laboratory. Now this is actually really cool and important for a few things. Yeah, Space Dragon Expedition, and then you have Netherworld Dungeon. Now your Netherworld Dungeon is actually pretty cool. You get some rewards from this as well. They have a ranking system for it, as you can see up here. You can select your heroes that you want to explore with. If you want to switch them up, you can. You don't have to. It's kind of recommended that you do that so you can have the best results for this mode. You have your rankings, you have your rewards. That doesn't really matter too much, but what does matter is the special rare samples that you get, the tickets. When fighting those tickets are used in the laboratory, which is what we're going to go to here in a second. And you do get points for this. It is really cool that you can have another you do get points for this as well. Ranking, there's guides for you can kind of look through and do on your own time. There's schedules, what tells you when you can fight them, when you can't fight them. My points are at the very top. This is really cool. You get decent rewards as well. But when you go to the sample laboratory, this is where you're going to use your samples, and it says sample buff. And it'll tell you how much each sample costs based on what level you are. Now, I was eating a banana. But here is really cool because it says enchant immunity against acid by 252% your HP. So these are helping you against the netherworld creatures that you're fighting against, which is important because, you know, the easier it is for you, especially beginners, the better it's going to be overcoming the netherworld creatures. And I'm pretty sure they'll get harder and harder and harder as more updates and stuff come out. But this is a great way to go ahead and get started on the netherworld dungeon and constantly keep fighting it, because this is actually very important. You can click the little exclamation point, and it'll tell you level 6 you'll get a higher. I have 1008%. 1200% would be level 6, so forth and so forth. You go here, I have 1200% physical attack. So this is also helping your team. If they're not as strong, this is going to help you. Immunity is going to help you. Everything is going to be very helpful here, and it's not at a higher level. I mean, my simple research level is level 27. I'm pretty sure there's some that are crazy high, but it's interesting. Like I can go ahead and level up here if I want to level 28, but I need 43 spent samples only have 25. So samples do take time, and the higher the level, the better the sample, the more it's going to take. This one takes 81. So, and you get samples by fighting them, and you fight them just about every day. It takes a little bit of time because, as you see, you have to grind here. You have to get your points and go up the chain. See, right here, I'm at over 61,000, so I'm surpassed every level right now. So I won't get any more points, any more samples for a while now. But for you, it may take you some time. This is really cool that you look into this because it allows you to further get stronger, at least in this area of the game specifically. They may have other stuff in the near future that will allow you to be even more resistant, not to just another world creatures, but more creatures in the game. So far, it's just them. But you have on your right everything that's displayed here. That's displayed here will help you. You have magic damage, receive damage, additional random damage, additional boss damage, magic attack, physical attack, HP. All this stuff is going to help you when fighting the netherworld creatures. If you participate in this, which I highly recommend you should because it's more content and you do get stuff for this. It's really cool. You can always go through the samples to see how much you need. Current technology is not enough, so you need to get more for the teeth. I mean, it's so cool. It tells you how much gold you're going to spend. It's really nice that you kind of get into this and fight the nether dungeon as much as possible. There's even really good events for this too. Actually, we had one not too long ago that it requires you to fight the nether dragon, the netherworld creatures, and it gave you really good resources for that as well. So in the Starry Flower event, you have to fight the nether dungeon as well to get 5,000 or so star floweries, I believe is what it's called, which is amazing actually. The best event ever in my opinion. So it's kind of important that you kind of go through this and look at what you need. The higher the level, the better, and all your samples will go up and get stronger. So that's really cool about that. You can look through here when you want to. It'll tell you everything that you can get in the guide, but it's very cool that you look at that. Collect samples to earn another world dungeon here. Research level is determined by the level of collected sample. So your samples can get big samples, little samples, higher level, little level. It just depends, but you can increase your research and your samples by being in this mode. So it's important that you do that. And next, because this is a part of the Odyssey, is jewels. So you can craft your jewels by the space expedition, which is here. And it says when you enter the space dungeon expedition after Monday midnight, you can obtain space dungeon research units rewards. So your rewards is at the bottom down here. You can also manage your board here, which also is another content for your dragon boosters, so your arc boosters. This is why you need to also make them stronger too with your team. This is another content for them, which I did mention that a while ago. That you also make them stronger and your team stronger, because you're able to get fragments at the end of each week, and these are used to craft your jewels. One of the ways to do that, which is very important. Craft EO Gaia jewels, you will need those, especially to make your team even stronger. I can't craft any right now because I don't have enough of the fragments of the extracted solution. I don't have enough of those currently. I have plenty of Space Dragon fragments and plenty of Souls of Kalara. I mean, I have over 500,000, which I'm probably going to have to do another raw video soon because I was waiting to collect and get those. But it's very important. And then you go to your managed jewels. You can go to your low grade to your high grade. I have some ultimates and then I have some S's. I mean, I have one of each grade actually. Depending on what class you have, each one is going to be strong. Like here, I have nothing but ultimates, like straight through. Warrior, I have a couple of ultimates. So your ultimate jewels will definitely help you. Increase STR of all allies by 13, almost 14%, and then you have the passive down here, which is going to help out as well. Then you have your SSS jewel, your triple S jewel, which increases physical impact of all allies by basically almost 20%. And then the bottom here, the potential. So it can go to the next level. All these things are very helpful for you if you get your jewels, and this is for me to enhance it. And your jewel information's here. So I mean, you can see everything that you need for same thing as your armors. You can get jewels here, which you need to get your jewels. It's very important. They all offer you additional abilities, as you see here. It says, Genesis, it says Gens and Hydra. They're also specific. They're selfish and there's non-selfish. This one's a non-selfish. Increase physical impact of all allies by basically 19%. So each jewel is going to help you. And you can get jewels, I believe, and your daily aspiration as well. You can also get jewels in the secret shop event as well that's going on now. That's basically right here. You can get jewels through here at the very top or bottom. You just have to shuffle through and find them. Make sure you save your coins. You can get jewels through your daily aspiration, which would be here. I believe this is, you get jewels from here, I believe right here, jewel chest 300, so you can get jewels from there. This, Gaia jewels, there you go. Yep, so you do get jewels from here, which is very important. You'll probably go through level 1 or 2, that's still a lot, which is going to help you because you get to level up your jewels. And you level up your jewels, you get the same jewels, you level them up, they get stronger, they transform after a certain point. So it's very important that you look into that because all your warriors are going to get stronger with these jewels and also help your other allies. Like this one's the ultimate jewel. This one gives increased physical impact of all allies by 32% basically, which is insane. So like all these jewels are helping out, all of my allies and your allies, and then there are some that are selfish. Like this is, and there's some that are selfish. This is a selfish one. Increased physical impact of all allies by 29%. This one's not. So this one's not. Increased STR of all allies by basically 10%. So it's important that you kind of look through these for all your characters and make sure that you are leveling up your jewels and increasing them to ultimate, because this is going to help you. Yeah, I mentioned a lot of things in this game that's going to help you, and this game demands you to get any kind of power, any kind of advantage through everything, through jewels, through armors, through your Gaia armors, for all your impacts actually. Your jewels from the jewel sanctuary, not these jewels, the other jewel sanctuary, you get power from that. You get power from your runes, you get power from Book of Heroes. So you get power from and abilities from a lot of different areas to help you, because to compensate from the power that we did lose a long time ago. So it's important that you look into this, and each class has their own. I have all ultimate here. So each class has their own, but to get your jewels, you have to be active, you have to be playing, and you have to get it done. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. So definitely for beginners, you guys need to be grinding and playing and getting on to get your jewels, because you can get them only a few ways. You can get them through here. You can get them through your daily aspirations. You can get them through logins rarely. You can get them through the Zodiac events, which is your Galaxy missions event. You can get them through there sometimes. There's a lot going on in that right now. Actually, there's a lot going on right here. There's an event going on right now for here, so that everybody needs to be paying attention to. When your missions being completed, you can get a lot of resources from here as well. So there's definitely a lot that you need to be doing to get done, and it's going to be very helpful that you do that, but you got to be active. And I had to make a video about this for beginners guide, because this is another thing that you need to be focusing on too. The Netherworld dungeon and the space expert. Well, you don't have to focus on this one too much. You just have to make your team strong enough, and then it will just play itself. And it tells you have 3 days, 10 hours, and 32 minutes before it's over, and then you get to collect fragments and that you need potentially to make your jewels, and then you can manage them here. You can also enchant all here as well. I have none to enchant right now, so you don't have to go through singly and enchanting your heroes jewels, but it's very important. You can view them all. I mean, non-equipped, equipped, low grade to high grade. So all the way up from ultimate to regular to SS to triple S. You can always do that as well. I mean, I have basically everything that I need, and I'm just kind of slowly, surely making them stronger, because they give good stuff. I mean, they give very good stuff. These are your healers. Increase DEX by basically 14% for all allies. If you have more healers, that helps them. If you have more archers, that helps them. That's their archers, that's their main stack is DEX. So it's important that you that you get on the train of making your guys stronger, increase NIT of all allies by 10%. That basically goes for your enchanters and your mages. They thrive off of that. So your healers' jewels are even more important than most because they help your team more. But that's it, guys. That's the video for today. Let me know if you have any questions about this video, because this is where it's at, and I highly recommend you work on those. But until next time, I'll see you for the next one.